Alrighty then. What is going on, everyone? Happy Monday and welcome back to another edition of our Monday night online open mic presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series here in El Paso, Texas. That's right. We are live and alive in the 915 EP, El Paso, Texas. And my name is Richie. I'll be your MC and host today. We are joining you from El Paso, like I said, but because of the magic of the internet, of Zoom, YouTube, Wi-Fi, we're able to connect with people from all over the country, all over the world. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We did have a little bit of a delay starting today, at least a little later than I would have hoped. But it's okay. We figured it out. That's just the way life goes, right? We're figuring things out. Surviving, if you will. But yeah, speaking of surviving, we've been doing this specific online mic every single Monday since April of 2020, and here we are. Happy to have a little community behind us, and through such, hopefully give people a platform to just share their creativity, their vent their frustrations, rant, yell into the void, find solace in each other's words and an art form. So yeah, music, poetry, storytelling, if you have it. We still have room on the list, and a couple of quick notes before we start the show. So like any other open mic, if you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. In this case, the sign up for this mic is in the description of this video. There's a link to the form, pretty much. It's easy to find. Click on it, fill out the info, and then you will be sent a link to join our Zoom call, and you'll be let backstage behind the curtains. Otherwise, feel free to hang out here on YouTube with us. We do have the live chat going on. As always, I highly recommend if you are here listening in, just say hello. It's nice to know who's listening, who's tuning in with us on this Monday, or it could even be Tuesday in your part of the world. That is the case for a lot of people. You know what? Maybe you're not even listening live. Maybe you're listening to this later in the week, which is our future, your present. Let us know what day of the week it is that you're listening. It might not even be 2025. Maybe you're listening to the archives. Isn't time crazy like that? Anyway, I'm going to stop philosophizing or else it's going to get too crazy. But yeah, if you do want to sign up right now, if you're watching this live in the live chat, let us know you're here. You can sign up to perform. If you are an EPCC student and here for Tejano Passport credit, there are also instructions in the description of the video. Pretty much just stick around, watch as much as you can, and then email me, which is linked there as it's written in there, the directions how to get a hold of me. Email me just a brief summary description, and who did you enjoy, who did you really like, and that's really it. I will contact you, or I will return the email when I have a chance. But I do want to welcome everyone here. Amanda's in the house. Amanda, what's up? Peaceful soul in the house. You are a peaceful soul. Thanks for tuning in. We got Ed Gonzalez in the chat. Yeah, let us know you're here. Say hello. What else is going on? So we're here online every Monday night. It's kind of nice. You don't have to drive anywhere. You can join us from your home, your bedroom, your home office, even from your couch. We got Larry Lynette that's just joining us in the Zoom call. Always look forward to her music. But check it out. If you do live in the El Paso region, you do have opportunities to join us at any of our in-person open mics. This week we have 3 opportunities for you to do that. Starting with Tuesday, we will be downtown on San Antonio Street as usual. And in this particular week, we will be at Rosewood. Rosewood is our music and poetry open mic that we do. Rosewood is next to Mono Bar. Always really fun. Sign up starts at 8, show starts at 9. I'm currently in the process of trying out new hosts. Last Tuesday, had to give a shout out to Dori Mar, as well as my mind went blank so hard right now. I'm so sorry, man. Dave, who took turns hosting. I know our friend Nat, who's a really dope poet, a really powerful poet, has helped 2 weeks ago. So be on the lookout. We're doing a whole rotating host thing again. And if you want to help out, we're always looking for hosts, also for people to help with running live audio, maybe even video, photography, all that stuff. Anyway, yeah. But Wednesday we have our writers' night at Proof and Press. That's near UTEP by Kern Place area, by Hope and Anchor, if you know that area. For that, we started writing workshop at 7 p.m. and then the writers open mic at 9 p.m. Honestly, those are some of my favorite nights. It's just writing. I guess sometimes we do let people get away with singing, but anyway, that's not the point. It's a nice place. It's a nice change of pace. And finally, because it is the last Thursday of the month, if you know, you know, the last Thursday of every month is our open mic at Old Sheepdog Brewery in South Central El Paso, 3900 Rosa. And that is been hosted for a good while now, and I really appreciate the help with that with Kit Ren, who is here with us today and will be performing. And I'm still looking for help with audio. If you guys are interested in doing that, just someone to kind of help assist with maybe cables, muting, unmuting, helping just adjust levels while maybe Kit's hosting, plugging people in. It's not too bad of a thing. So if you're interested, hit us up on social media. But other than that, this is tonight. Monday night. And as always, we have a bunch of cool peeps. Again, if you're listening, in the live chat, if there's a line that you really love that resonates you in a way, do not hesitate to throw down that flame emoji, the 100. What are you feeling? Did that line make you feel like you were surfboarding as seamless as that in the waves, in the flow? Then throw down the surfboard guy emoji. Why not? Otherwise, yeah, it's a really good live feedback. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and kick things off. As we've done many, many times, we're going to go a little bit north of here and visit our friend in Denver, where we have Mike Sindler to kick things off. Hey, Mike, go ahead and take it away.
Okay. It's great to see you and everybody here. Um, I will just automatically almost at this point put up my little thing for lighthouseriders.org. They're actually having, I think it's in November, Poetry Fest as opposed to the big Lit Fest. It's only a couple-day thing, but some really interesting poetry classes and stuff for that. Um, so I thought I would start with a seasonal piece, which only sort of makes sense being the equinox and all that. And this is called Wax and Wane. I find an increased urgency in each minute discovery, absorbing the fragile beauty left alive as autumn waxes. To memorize, I am inclined, each splash of color that I find blooms and blossoms on still green vines, each golden leaf that clings to branch. I stop each time I see a rose and bend the stem and thus expose its precious essence to my nose. Intoxication, soon to fade. I'm not the type to quote from hymns, inspired more by truth that stems as days grow short and color dims. Though seasons turn, grace never wanes. And I'm going to read this one. I just wrote this, so still rough. And it's sort of about revision. It's called White to Gray. It was a white to gray lie, first thought, best thought. We all change and rearrange, some more wisely than others, some needed and some not, none completely without regret. There's an ink pool full of murdered darlings, deleted digits left no detectable evidence. Slash line loses resonance, cut, erased, burned, buried. Sweet children in pen pushed over scrap type, left in crater. Scanning finger finds fault, last cut heals the whole. And I'll let that do for my stuff, and I will just go ahead and read a couple things. This first one is by Faiz Ahmed Faiz, and it's called When Autumn Came. This is the way that autumn came to the trees. It stripped them down to the skin, left their ebony bodies naked. It shook out their hearts, the yellow leaves scattered them over the ground. Anyone could trample them out of shape, undisturbed by a single moan of protest. The birds that herald dreams were exiled from their song, each voice torn out of its throat. They dropped into the dust even before the hunter strung his bow. Oh, God of May, have mercy. Bless these withered bodies. With a passion of your resurrection, may their dead veins flow with blood again. Give some tree the gift of green again. Let one bird sing. And this one's by Elizabeth Alexander, and it's called Equinox. Now is the time of year when bees are wild and eccentric. They fly past and in cramped loop-to-loops dive bomb clusters of conversants in the bright late September out of doors. I have found their dried husks in my clothes. They are dervishes because they are dying. One last sting, a warm place to squeeze a drop of venom or of honey. After the stroke, we thought it would be her last. My grandmother came back, reared back, and slapped a nurse across the face. Then she stood up, walked outside, and lay down in the snow. 2 years later, there is no other way to say, we are waiting. She is silent. Light is as an empty hive, and she is breathing. Okay, thank y'all.
Awesome. Thank you, as always, Michael. And Lighthouse Writers, go check them out. They have lots of options, and if you anywhere in the stage of your craft, go check it out. Lots of opportunities for workshops as well that you can check out all throughout the night that you'll be hearing about. All right, we have a return, someone that it's been a little while, and I don't spend a whole lot of time online, so I haven't had the pleasure of interacting with him in a while. We're gonna go to Pittsburgh, where we have Vale Larkin. Vale, oh man, so great to see you. I'm happy to see you. So when you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Good to see you too. Good to see everybody. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because I'm going to read a couple pieces that are a little wordy. And the first one of these comes with a trigger warning for sexual abuse and assault, not graphic, just references. The Company of Monsters. I'm thinking of the women in the photos. I'm thinking about how they all must now watch him preen and strut and spew his lies while his masked minions swallow them. I am thinking of how they were consumed by these men, titanic disasters of gold and brutality, feeding their greed with flesh and broken innocence. We weren't ever sure what they saw in us, why childhood's desirable to those who clutch power and age to their chests, bitter chokes through rictus teeth. They hate us. It was obvious how much. Their hard hands, biting mouths, and tearing away of hair and skin, wishes, voices, pleas for mercy, youth and futures. I dare to place my own up with those men of many things. He, too, hoards broken lives. I dare to make him stand in line with them, these terrors. When will the watchers believe what they see? Rent flesh, torn wool, and broken bones. When will they bear witness, wishing for gentler predators, but undeceived by reality? I am thinking of the women and the girls in that school that sent shiny pamphlets to my 1990s home, too poor to go, to be consumed. It's always a dangerous time to be pretty. In the dark, The snick clack of fangs snapping. The monsters are gathering in their gilded dens. The girls are being cast before them like flower offerings, and the blood keeps flowing down. Persephone resurgent. Laughing girl, picking seeds from a skin with her teeth. And her grit is red, the ivory streaked scarlet, and she is not following anyone down. Winsome girl, they once would have said, limbs like willow fronds and the scent of new clover in her skin. She cradles every epic in her glimmering green eye. What is the opposite of a banshee? She unleashes new life from each clarion cry. Down past the river, the boatman, the dog, down to the miller of souls. Who would have thought she'd return on her own? But here she is. Footprints on the ashen skulls, flowers creeping up from bone where she goes. Where she ventures is verdant, and she resurrects breath from rot, lithe growth from the crackling pyre. Queen of the dead, she is awakening them, sweet smiles on sunken faces, renewing them and returning to the sky again. Persephone, first stolen, then stealing herself, knows the rabid joy on the faces of men when the bonfires of the season are lit, their poisoned pleasure at rapacious prospects. Fools and brutes, harrowing the innocent like maggots in fresh flesh. Greeks, clotted around their osseous columns, knew it. Fear no king of hell. It's the lady you must whisper all your pallid pleas to, and she, who has known the blood of the birthbed like the fruiting of love, will not be deceived. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Val. Did you want
Thank
to promote anything or right now or?
Not right now, thank you.
Okay, appreciate it. Yes. Okay, thank you for the pieces. And for it was nice to be able to read along with them. So we're gonna keep it going, guys. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to our online mic. Say hello in the chat. And we're gonna go ahead and come back to El Paso for our next couple of performers, and we're going to first have Ed Gonzalez up. Hey Ed, when you're ready, go ahead and take it away. Stage is yours.
Okay, hello everybody. That was amazing, Vale. I just wanted to say real quick, that was amazing stuff. Wanted to say happy Mondays to the regulars, to YouTubers. I did catch Tumblewords a little late. It was still amazing. Actually, my first piece is the Tumblewords, and I also have 3 covers because I haven't been able to write anything other than that. Okay, I'm gonna get right to it. This was one of my, I guess, one of the ones from Tumblewords, and I'm entitled it "Alleged End." One of my first real jobs was driving a truck. A point which my mom made at dinner one time that my favorite things were skateboarding, biking, distance running, and she says everything that would take you away from the house. And I, without missing a beat or blinking, responded with, "Good call, Mom," as I received my complimentary slap in the back of my head. It's funny because I remember the date and time. I remember saying, "I'm never driving trucks again." Like downtown LA, Hollywood, a place I also drove, looked really nice on the famous street sides. Sunset, Hollywood Boulevard, were all swept bi-weekly. But that's not where drivers work. We backed into the docks in the Santee Alley, back then called callejones, San Julian, Wall Street alleys. The floors of the street are black, combined with a myriad of foul odors and sounds filled the air. And my boss's mantra was always bring your bat or your weapon of choice and bus money, because he had faith in us drivers, but certainly not in our trucks or in the stench-filled roadways. Upon leaving that job, I was offered another job driving in the suburbs. I declared, "Oh, hell no." There was a garbled voice through the landline, and I said, "How much an hour? See y'all on Monday." And I would say I was out of my mind, but everybody knew, including myself, I was nuts. That was my first of my Tumble words. And I'll move on to my covers. Didn't have had to print them out, but I'll be reading it from the poetry book. And this one entitled Mind by Kathleen Ossip. Most days my mind wants to wander. Ring a bluebell in the summer. Eat melon with hot pepper. My mind wears a size XXL and says hello to whoever. My mind censures fences, knocks indiscretion, and prefers someone's set of pearly photos, or runs like a sonata, and not with and no French lessons. Doesn't hate the word of, like how it makes connections. My mind is a badger. It's short, wide body, cute face. I keep her as a pet, a fine amusement, pretty face. When the mind wanders, she doesn't forsake. She treasures all the places enough to need them forever. Mind is a hyper cautious and fleet. Mine is a hunted for fur, for meat. Clever under threat, her apprehensions hold. Mine splits, divides, or splits, leaves. Split me from this place. I'm off to where connections hug like specters and everything we can be told. Kathleen Ossip. And this next one is from this book here, Steel, which is amazing. Allison Prime. And this was entitled Orchard. Hundreds of miles south of here, my father tends a windowsill of African violets. And in the summer of 1999, my brother harvested black cherries in Virginia. The sun was like a smile that cut both ways. I wish I knew how many trees it takes to make a reason. At that latitude, you can't find enough nicotine comfort to fill a bucket. Though there's a view of the Blue Ridge Mountains that looks like everything will turn out. When an old man pinches yellow leaves from the soil, velvet petals brush against his fingers. This isn't a consolation. It's another season in a man's life. All right, and Allison Prime. If you don't got it, you got to get it. This is great stuff. And this one I actually got from, I like to watch some of the old 60 Minutes on YouTube, because it was back when life was made a little more sense than it does now. This one was actually an art show from 60 Minutes. It was a feature on Laurie Anderson. And this is actually a song between Laurie Anderson and Lou Reed. And let's see. Caught in the crossbows of ideas and journeys, sit here reliving the other's self-mournings. Caught in the crossbow of ideas and dawnings, I stand. Oh, 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 oh. reliving the past and maddening impulse, violent upheavals, then pure driven instinct, the pure driven murder, attracting of daring, stand I. Why didn't you call? A wild being from birth, my spirit spurns control, wandering wandering the wide earth, searching for my soul, dimly peering. I would surely find what could be more purely bright in truth's day star. Oh, why didn't you call on me? So Laurie Anderson and Lou Reed. Good stuff. Okay, let me get back to my pad. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the time. You can find me, Ed Gonzalez Jedi, on Linktree and pretty much every platform. Thank you, BWOMS. And don't forget to take time for yourself every day, at least a few minutes. Give yourself a break.
Cool. Well said. Thank you, Ed. And you got the. Okay, I'm looking at your link tree here. Wait, that says Texas Vulcan. Should I share that one?
They're both me.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. Live long and prosper. Okay. We're going to keep it going in El Paso. As always, great to have her on as well. Let's go ahead and bring up Robin Schofield. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Richie. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy fall equinox. I'm going to continue reading some rejections, and then I have a couple of fall equinox poems. This was rejected by the palette poetry. That's right. Yeah. So maybe this first one deserved a rejection. Missing the meteors in El Paso and Ciudad Juarez. The Geminids disappointed on a cloudy desert night when we drove up the mountain to see. In the early dark, we wanted the lights to move, but only the clouds moved across our vision. So, as our pagan ancestors did, we hacked up a tree, then festooned it with electric bulbs and fake fruit, glitter-covered strawberries, golden apple, and glass-encrusted pear. They scatter light like the prismatic dust motes in evening sun. Why must we hunt the comets on the mountaintop when sunlight explodes right here, right now, with us? Against the night, we want to see moving lights, but the pine tops, the small lights on our tree and around windows and eaves will have to do. How distant the stars' pure fusion speeding away from us. The clouds are lit from underneath by the two cities' light pollution, orange glow from nighttime mercury lamps. We came to see the tiny lights in a void, but we have only light to meet us and greet us at every arrival. Okay, this one's called Time, the Fire in Which We Burn, for Jeremy Wren, 1973 to 2006. In a universe of no boundaries, time is imaginary. It doesn't roll, it doesn't go by, it doesn't flow. It doesn't bring Jeremy to Reno or to the Navy. In imaginary time, he's there already, sculpting tiny clay animals for his grandma, a ski trip to the Alps, art galleries, a dog named Maggie, many girlfriends, such as Michelle, we knew from high school. In imaginary time, there are no singularities. Time can move backward and forward. In real time, he was a teenager in my living room, playing with my LPs, teaching my toddler son to draw on the walls. Before, he was a kid on a go-kart who didn't know how to stop, just go. go. In imaginary time, he lights down the black diamond slope, never coming to the bottom. In real time, his chestnut hair, olive skin, and aquamarine eyes, a weather of lake and sky. In imaginary time, his eyes still roll in their orbits as his hands pound on the doors seeking the 30-odd people he rescues from the fire. In real time, the hypotenuse between curved stairs and spitting embers caught him in the north wing. Oh, I'm sorry. Caught him by the brocade curtains at these coordinates in the north wing. Mitzpah Hotel, Reno, Nevada. Halloween, 10 p.m. 2006. His pure going. His real-time disappearance. Okay, one more of these. This one's a little different. In the cards. 1. La Loteria. I was born a lion beside a highway while an owl flew for the morning sleep. The devil came to visit me, but so did the word in the beginning and the moon mare. 2. La Compostela. Now the moon mare lives in a star field, in a house on the mesa, a temple, rasping my death song over and over to the time born of 7 times a new edition. 3. Libro de Cocina. Written with the spoon of my future. These poems that start with garlic and olive oil, a mixture like gazpacho and a presence of angels, edited by Raphael the fisherman. 4. La Suerte. For future relief and ease of ordering, I go back to the Sirenita who rescued me, the white herons at the pond, her luminous presence. Okay, now I'm going to read just one short one about equinox. It's called Equinox from Long Ago. You picked out a pomegranate, oldest of fruits, on your way to Lake Travis, so you could swim naked past sunset, your goal, to be in the water, turning rose and gold, brighter than the faint leaves of scrub oaks in the heart of Texas, evergreen cedars, and the persimmons you waited for till they turned orange. You didn't want to bite into those unripe, for your mouth would shrivel like a peach kernel. The time of peach is gone with the taste of summer. The time was of the rose and gold pomegranates like the one Persephone ate. No stone at the center in a season of absence. Remember the poem you wrote of autumn equinox, how hungry you were. Okay, and then my cover poem is a poem by William Merwin called Autumn Equinox. How about that? And it was published in a book called Garden Time in 2016, Copper Canyon. And I can't do it, but I can just hear William doing this in his wonderful voice. One time I was almost ready to be born. Before I had begun to remember, the palms of my hands had not yet unfurled on the one tree of the whole of darkness, the tree before waiting, the hearing tree. The left hand had not yet told the right hand, this is our time, our season is now, the only time, and you must wake and begin to remember and to know who you are. You will come to remember, but forgetting comes on its own, and you will try to tell what cannot be told, and you will have only the old words and will try to use them for the first time, but the beginning has gone from the words, and there is no way now to bring it back to them again. The right hand learns, but the left hand is the prophet. Pain was waiting that time with her one key, long before the first daylight had appeared. Thank you, everybody, and have a great autumn. Back to you, Richie.
All right. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate that. All right. We're going to go from El Paso to South Euclid, Ohio, where we have next up on the mic, Doc Jennings. So, Doc, when you're ready, take it away. Hey.
Okay. I'm going to start with a recent love poem I wrote titled The First Moment I Met You. The first moment I met you, I fell in love with you, and my soul entwined with yours. It was something in the way you looked at me, in the way you saw me. It was something in the poetry of you, each letter, each word, each phrase, line, and stanza of you. You are a peace, a calm, and a sense of belonging I've never experienced before. Your presence in the moments we are together means everything. You don't need to speak of empathy and understanding. I see it in your eyes. And I don't need you. I want you. The real you in all your phases and variations. If you are in pain, I want to be your comfort and your consolation. And on the quiet days, I want only to walk with you in the profound silence of together. For I will love you always in this life and all my next lives until the forever, beyond forever. Milady Diane, my Diana Lucifera, Ahuvati. This is revelation. Autumn leaves in slow revelation of color make change look easy. Changing autumn to a second spring with their flowering. Dehissing from their parents, they glide to the earth below, becoming its armor, an armor of bronze scales, and change of game, corroding into the soil to nourish a new generation, the age-old samsara of life. This is because this is the first night of the holiday, Rosh Hashanah. In a tree-pillared sacred space, a gladed temple of time, neath a clouded baldachin of sky, life gathers in reverence. Voices blend and meld in praise of the infinite. The winds whisper in prayer, and the waters and lands echo in a canticle of beginnings. The clouds part, and brilliant rays of sun become notes of an eternal shofar, calling all to the gates of repentance, proclaiming a new year. Chag Sameach, L'Shana Tova Tikatevu Umateka. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Doc. And any announcements? People can find you online, all that stuff.
I'm always unavailable through Facebook and through Facebook's chat. Beyond that, no, nothing important coming up at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Sweet. Okay, hey, what we got? We got Rap Seminar hanging out with us in the chat. What? That's awesome. If you didn't know, Rap Seminar is a founder of BWOMS, one of the co-founders. So shout out, all the love. Hope you're still here, man. Much love. Thanks for tuning in on a Monday. We also have Sue Schnitzer in the house. Hey, Sue, who says might sign up. So that'd be cool. We have room on the list. Again, we're here every Monday. Check out our calendar, check out our schedule. We have 3 open mics this week as well in person in the El Paso area. So come hang out with us, sign up to perform. And someone who was just here 2 weeks ago to settle some unslightly bureaucratic nonsense was able to stop by, and it was nice to see in person one more time at the Writers Night, but back in the Denver area. Welcome back to the online show, David Latif. Hey.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, I got my Colorado driver's license today. Had to go back to get my Texas license because it would have expired and whatever. I'm gonna read some poetry about how I've been feeling and how I hope to feel. Um, first one is called Pre-Apocalypse. This is new shit. This is from the lovely workshop that Kit ran at Tumblewords this past Saturday. I'm not a fan of the idea, the hypothesis with increasing amounts of evidence in its favor that I am living in a pre-apocalypse. Scientists scream about CO2 levels, and Chevrolet makes the Suburban 6 inches longer. Every historian I know has seen this episode of politics. It's a rerun to them. Maybe if John Hinckley Jr. had better aim, I wouldn't still be waiting for stability and safety to trickle down to me. Maybe if I wasn't in middle school in 2008, I'd be a homeowner. Maybe if I had my gender awakening in my youth, had I been told that I didn't have to be like this, I'd have felt like I got to live my own life instead of coming out while coming into a trans genocide. As someone said on Twitter, I was born at the end of the fuck around century and the beginning of the find out one. And the post apocalypse doesn't have health care. This next one is called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but he's trans and has a cigarette hanging from his lips. I remember hearing the phrase, it gets better, so damn often, and I really want to believe it's true. The same way I tried to keep believing in Jesus after I knew it was a lie, but at this point, I really don't know if it does get better. I wanted to believe in happy endings for everyone, but there's a point where you realize not everyone gets one. Almost no one gets one. So when you were a sad ass kid, only for it to go downhill from there. But I was nostalgic for third grade and seventh grade. I feel like my happiest moment passed me by the same way affordable housing did. If it got better, I wouldn't have panic attacks anytime I have to interact with anyone remotely considered normal. If it got better, I'd be incredibly clear that I'm incredibly queer. I'd have a proper coming out rather than putting they them shit on everything I own and hoping people will notice. I'd have the bravery to correct people when they say he and him and his, words that feel like rusty nails dragging on my soul, but I'm afraid. And partially for good reason, because judgment can be lethal. Not always, but like Trans Day of Remembrance exists for a reason, especially now. And the closet door can function as a shield, at least a little bit. A thin tower shield that your landlord bought on a budget. I mean, it may not be able to stop bullets or even fists, but it might slow them down a little bit. So when you say it gets better and I peek outside the closet door to see how better has been trending in the negative direction, well, forgive me if, like Thomas, I have some doubts. This next one is called Rise In. I've been playing Fallout 4 recently because I got new mods for it that make it better. They don't fix everything, but I can roleplay an original character now and the damage stats make more sense, but I think Todd Howard is wrong about the post-apocalypse because if we survive nuclear war, I think there's more that we can do than scrounge for whatever's left over. I know for a fact that people will write new music and weave new fabrics and create new buildings because it's what we've always done. Humans don't just settle for what we're given. Life didn't give us lemons, we made them. By combining citron and bitter orange somewhere in India 3,000 years ago, and after we made lemons, we made lemonade. We can build a better world that unimaginative losers like Todd Howard can't fathom. So let's crack the code, mod the files, make new citrus fruits, and prove the fascists and conservatives that they're wrong about humanity. We are not condemned sinners in need of some savior. We will seize the means of salvation and save ourselves together. This last poem is titled A Letter to be Delivered in 2030. Dear friend, I hope you're better. I hope you're in a better place geographically, metaphorically. I hope you did the things that I wanted to do, emptied the box full of projects, finished them all, and filled it with new ones. I hope none of our friends died. And if they did, I hope that you're still alive to carry their stories. I hope that things get better somehow. I hope you're far more trans than I am now, leagues away from the closet door, unneeding of its shelter. I hope that you're home, regardless of where you are. I hope you got better. Thank you. You can find my poetry at substack.com/at poetic universal friend. I have a book out. It's called The Chair, A Cluttered Pile of Neuroqueer Poetry. Um, I have physical copies again, so if you're in the Denver area, you can get one from me. But yeah, thank you so much, Richie. Thanks for doing this.
Of course, I forgot to unmute myself. Phenomenal work as always, David. Thanks for sharing those very, very important, relevant pieces. Getting lots of love too in the live chat, so appreciate that. And we're gonna go from the Denver area to Greenfield, Massachusetts, where our next performer's got some poetry slash a cappella song. It is time, and I hear him clacking away on the keyboard there. We got Storm up next, so Storm, take it away.
Hi there. So last Thursday was my birthday, and I got a big birthday cake, but then I realized that would be pretty clunky to try to show on screen. So I got a little chocolate mousse. And every Zoom I've been to, I've been eating a little bit of the chocolate mousse, one spoonful per Zoom. And as you can see, there's not much left. But I've been bringing the candle, saying a wish, and eating a little bit so that everybody is included in my birthday celebration. Okay, and I think someone else may have read this, but this poem is really important to me. I first found it the night of a particular president, the current resident's first inauguration or first victory, whatever. Anyways, too much babbling. The peace of wild things. When despair grows in me and I wake in the middle of the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in the beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. Wendell Berry. And the selection of poems tonight is sort of about figuring out and forging new identity, I guess. tongue of the elders. I speak the tongue of the elders which they were taught by the trees. I speak the language of birdsong, poetry, and dance. I speak the voice to cleanse the soul, to open the heart, to give you love. I know the message to call forth the rainbow warriors. Thus I bring you the flowers of a new day. Are you listening? Flautist, the instrument a salvage sea-worn branch, hollow and covered with barnacles. The music, a wild horse's whinny calling from far beyond cultivated fields. To my South American neighbor, from my room I can hear only the coughing and your slow step shuffles. 2 days ago you smiled about Venezuela and told of the other Americas I don't know. Yesterday was one of our hottest, but you wore a cloak and complained of a cold. We joked about how you'd live when the snow stayed for more than 3 days. This morning the hall is in whispers and your door stays closed. Grace, may the angel of hospital bills and fever pass over your bed and the meaning of your name quickly restore your laughter and your sunlit mind. Homecoming. How foreign all these objects look as if they belong to some ancestral form of ourselves. We have died so many times since leaving and traveled such distances and miles and growth that touring the clutter and mayhem of our hurried departure, we suspect that time's been frozen here, or we are viewing displays carefully arranged to give a sense of what things looked like when some famous or infamous couple occupied this apartment. Like relatives after a funeral, we begin scrap by scrap, sorting the possessions of the deceased. Slowly we start forming and reforming our identities, for from now on, our lives of spirit. In this world we live in, it's so easy to feel alone, with no letters in the mailbox, no callers on the phone. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. So many of us are struggling just to stay alive, that often we fail to notice when the joys of life have died. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. Yes, I know we've been battered, raped, and inwardly torn, that sometimes we curse the struggle and damn the day we were born. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. I'm singing to say I love you, singing to say I care, saying let's get together, that together we can dare. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. And help me to be the same. Future assignments. It's not enough to shine with the light of 7 moons. You must learn the friskiness of Opelousas, the strength of the stallion, the screech of eagles, and the dance of the butterfly. Poem.
Awesome. Thank you, Storm. And of course, as always, I know you have your links and you'll share them for everyone here,
Yep.
right?
People's
Cool.
Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle, Daily Antidote. One thing to note about Daily Antidote, on Friday will be our 2000th program. We go 7 days a week, 365 days a year at 12 Eastern. And I also want to point out this wonderful book that I just got as a birthday present, 100 Poems That Matter by Poets.org. It's got incredible poetry in it.
Very cool. Love that. That's a nice gift. Again, happy birthday and thanks for joining us on, man. Thank you, Storm. Be on the lookout for those links again. Thanks for joining us. If you're just tuning in, this is our Monday night online mic. We're here every Monday and it is an open mic. So if you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. There is a link to sign up in the description of this video, or if you just want to support, that is also great. There are many ways you can support. Again, you can just interact with us in the chat. Let us know you're here. That is always a whole lot of fun. You can leave a comment. You can like, comment, subscribe. You know, all the YouTube things. You know, when you do that stuff, it pushes it out to more people. And really, that's what it is. We want to be that a platform so we can get everyone's voices out there. We have a nice little music portion with a Kit kind of thrown in there, a little Kit sandwich there. But we're going to keep the music thread going a little bit and come back to Horizon City, where we have the awesome and amazing Lara Lynette's going to play some songs, who's been doing a lot more. And I applaud her for this. You know, a lot more rallies and marches, and that's what's up. I respect that a whole lot. So without further ado, here is Lara Lynette. Hey. Glad you were able to make it tonight. Hello, hello.
There you are. Hi, thanks, Richie. Yeah, I had a full day of manual labor over at my mom's house. So I'm still recovering from the heat. I'm going to do a couple of country songs in E. This first one is an older song of mine. You can find all my music on YouTube, Lara Lynette topic, most of it anyway. This song is there. It's called Set Me Free Waltz. Well, I'm getting older every day. You could maybe even say a little wiser, a little stronger for the wear. Yeah, the breaks are really tough sometimes. They can really ring your mind and your soul out and your heart and everything else. But I think that I can handle it. Maybe even learn a bit about me and a bit about you. Oh, you gave it all. And now that I've made the fall, you're singing a different song. It's a set me free waltz. Now it really does not bother me. I can very clearly see how the time points to moving on along. We can change and grow and still be friends. I believe it every now and then, but then sometimes I'm just too all alone. Oh, you gave it all, and now that I've made the fall, you've changed the song around to a set me free waltz. Well, you say you want to be happy. Don't you know that I do too? That means if I have got to let go, then so do you. I'm getting older every day. Singing a different song, it's a set me free waltz. Well, you say you want to be happy, don't you know that I do too? That means if I have got to let go, then so do you. Oh, now I'm feeling better every day. Even though you've flown away, it's just sometimes I'm so blue. But I've got a lot of loving in. I could even learn to share it with someone new. Oh, you gave it all. So now I won't try to stop. I'll play that song you want. It's a set me free waltz. Yes, it's a set me free. Oh, it's a set me free waltz. Set me free waltz. I tell you, my allergies are not very nice to me today. This next song is called, thank you folks, this next song is called Who's Counting? I just got the final edit today. I haven't listened to it yet, so it's going to be up online here in the next little bit. Who's Counting? It's a song I wrote with my friend Mandy Woods over in England. I on a highway living my dream, Frisco, Fargo, Florida Keys, on the road, but don't say I'm long. Every place I've played has its very own song. Whoa, whoa, who's counting? Southern Cal, across to Maine, plus a state or two I'll never see again. But who's counting? Whoa, who's counting? My heart's been broke a time or two. I broke many more, ain't that the hard truth? Stars lovers try to stay friends, it'll end in tears, 9 times in 10. Whoa, whoa, but who's counting? Love, lust, a barroom brawl, and a whole bunch of hurting I can't recall. No, but who's counting? Whoa, whoa, who's counting? whoa, but who's counting? That was Daniel Adami playing lead guitar right there. No time for rest, no need for bed, no counting sheep till the day I'm dead. Started one, may get to seven, might go to hell, but my life's been heaven. Yeah, I got a few years left in this life of mine. I've lived it hard, but I'm feeling fine. I'm young at heart, I speak my mind. I've been around the block so many times. Whoa, whoa, but who's counting? Pedal to the metal, 95. Can't believe I'm still alive. But who's counting? Whoa, who's counting? That's Doug Adams on the fiddle right there. No time for rest, no need for bed, no counting sheep till the day I'm dead. Started one, may get to seven, might go to hell, but my life's been heaven. Yeah, I got a few years left in this life of mine. Lived it hard, but I'm feeling fine. I'm young at heart, speak my mind, been around the block so many times. Whoa, whoa, but who's counting? Whoa, whoa, but who's counting? Oh, pedal to the metal, 95. Hard to believe I'm still alive. Yeah, who's counting? Whoa, who's counting? Whoa, whoa, who's counting? Oh, who's counting? Who's counting? Thanks, guys. Thanks, all y'all open mic BWOMers. I love y'all.
Yeah, that's such a fun song. I mean, it's always great. Thank you so much, Lara. And
Thank you.
so YouTube, just type in Lara Lynette. What else?
Yeah, YouTube, Lara Lynette, hyphen topic is where all my two CDs and some singles are, and soon to be Who's Counting. I have a few little videos on Lara Lynette music on YouTube also, but you can find my music on Apple and those other places too if you're inclined to do that. I'm kind of boycotting those guys right now, but yeah. And thanks for mentioning my activism. I've been struck with this activism thing has come back to me from my participation in the late 60s and 70s when I was still in high school, but a young teen, speaking up, speaking out, acting up, getting involved. And Friday I'll be over at the Know Your Rights thing. It's on... I have a poster of it on my Facebook page. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and find out all about it. That starts at 7 o'clock this Friday.
All right.
Know your rights.
Absolutely. More so now than ever, we got a lot of stuff going on. We gotta be vocal, vigilant, and on the streets. Yes, thank you, Lara.
You gotta stand up for sure.
Yeah. So we'll signal boost that. Okay. Our next performer, I alluded to, he will be hosting this Thursday. After that is Luis, followed by Sue, just so you guys can have an idea of the order. But yeah, he also runs Tumblewords. He's been here every single Monday, which is awesome. That's why he's Mr. Monday Night. Without further ado, here's Kit Wren. Take it away, Kit.
All right. Thank you very much, Richie. Thank you for powering through. I know you got a whole lot of other stuff to do. Glad you're still keeping this this spot. So yes, and thank you, Lara, for the music and the activism. Frizo Chatil, her case was dismissed 3 weeks ago, and ICE is still keeping her. That's kind of fucked up, isn't it? So, putting some things out there. So here's a poem about censorship. Disney did the right thing today, but that was after doing the wrong thing for a whole weekend. So you could have just skipped to the part where you were brave instead of fucking around. Could have done that. I don't know. I'm an ideas man. Really. I can't tell you what to do. Just doesn't have a title yet. Stalin was a poet. It's true. Not exemplary, but he worked at it. He tried. So there were steps even he couldn't take. He'd harass and carry away Oship Mandelstam, part ideology and part jealousy. But he couldn't touch Mandelstam's weapon. Even a man of steel has his limits. It's actually more dangerous when the dictator likes you. Ask Mikhail Bulgakov, the reluctant director of the Moscow theater. Stalin would have kept him like a cat. But like a cat, he ran away. He couldn't handle the stakes of writing for an audience of one. For what if, one day, our great comrade Stalin just changes his mind, follows a new fashion, and nothing you did or were doing meant anything at all. At least Mandelstam got to write what he wanted. A childish definition of freedom, but children get it right more often than we do. Because they don't care what happens to them. In this mad era, may we all write with the freedom of a child ignoring a crosswalk. All right. And now a word from our sponsors. Hey! Are you full of doubt and shame? Is modern life scary but too convenient to leave fully? Have you considered poetry? Try poetry. Are you meek? Poetry will force you into the body language of bravery without you choosing it. Are you misunderstood? Poetry can turn that into an advantage. Now you're mysterious. Now it's their fault. Even people who hate poetry will refer to great things as poetic. It slips out of their mouth like dribble. They can't help it. They don't understand why. They are fearful and full of resentment. You could make them run. Everything within you that you think is weak is not. It is waiting to be applied. Poetry is how you learn what you wish you were. Maybe you don't want to be that all the time. You can just visit poetry. It's okay. Think of how smug and self-possessed Clark Kent feels every morning in traffic, choosing to sit next to all of us. And now, a crowd pleaser. In my dream, Rihanna was upset with me. We were at the same high-end social gathering. They had champagne. They had caviar. They had those little sandwiches that are rolled up like pinwheels. And I was about to unroll one and eat it like a ham and romaine fruit by the foot when Rihanna made a scene and told me to get out. And I did. Because it came to me within the dream as a memory. She was right. I had, after all, called off our engagement and not explained my reasoning. I thought I was holding her back. I thought she needed to be free. As I mentioned, I had not said any of this to her. She was left with the impression I was just a flake. Another self-important jackass. She was through with poets. I was not in a position to argue. I know how it looked. How I looked. with 2 feet of ham dangling from my mouth like an aardvark's tongue. The bar is playing Rihanna, and the bartenders were children when SOS came out. And I am full of regret over things that never actually happened. Choices that I wasn't presented with, not even within the convoluted timeline of my dream. I'm sorry, Dream Rihanna. I was trying to do the right thing. All right, and for the cover poem, like I've mentioned a few times before, I always look forward to award season in books. It is going on. It is a lot of fun. The National Book Awards published their long list, a couple of weeks ago. Got a lot of great people on it. Last week I briefly discussed Richard Sykin. And today I'm going to cover one of my absolute favorites, Gabrielle Cavalcaresi. She is a wonderful poet with a very idiosyncratic way of doing things. I think I've covered the sister poem to this poem a lot, but this is the other one. This is Miss You, Would Like to Grab That Chilled Tofu We Love by Gabrielle Cavalcaresi. Do not care if you only bring your light body. Would just be so happy to sit at the table and talk about the menu. Miss you. Wish we could bet which chilies they'll put on the cubes of tofu. Our favorite. Sometimes green, sometimes red, roasted, we always thought, but so cold and fresh. How did they do it? Wish you could be here to talk about it, like it was so important. Wish you could. Watched you on the screens as I was walking, as I was cooking. Wished you could get out of the hospital. Can't bring myself to order our dish and eat it in the car. Miss you laughing. Miss you coming in from the cold or one too many meetings. Laughing. I'll order already. I'll order 7 helpings, some dumplings, those cold yam noodles that you like. You can come in your light body or skeleton or be invisible. I don't even care. No, you have a long way to travel. No, I don't even know if it's long at all. Wish you could tell me what you're reading, if you're reading. Miss you. I'm at the table in the back. So yeah, that's one of the Miss You poems by Gabrielle Cavalcaresi. And and her book is up for the National Book Award. Her book is called The New Economy. Oh, what happened to the old one? I don't know. Some guy took it. It's fucked up. So I will be hosting Thursday at Old Sheepdog Brewery. Always a great time. Love the space that Gus has put together for us, and we are very durable. We have multiple setups, no matter what the weather's like. And yes, it'll be a great time. If you know anything about how we run things, it'll be a great time. Yeah, and writing night at Proof and Press this Wednesday. Again, a great time. This whole thing's just full of great times. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's just a marathon. It never stops. And we're just trying to get other people to feel the same marathon, you know? Selfish to hoard all this for ourselves. So we're trying to give it to other people too. And at Tumbleworts this Saturday, we get the return of Lee Martinez Soto as they introduce This Is My Villain Era to the people. Let the people go crazy. Let the people get bad, get mean. So I'm looking forward to that. Where else would I be? So that's all I have to plug right now. Thank you all very much for listening. Thank you all very much. And we'll hand it right back to Richie. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you, Kit. Love it. Love it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is our Monday night online mic. Again, if you're an EPCC student looking for the Dano passport credit, check out the description of the video for directions. And another thing is, if you did miss the beginning of the show, we have replays. So as soon as the live stream ends, I believe you can go back and visit any moment of the show. In fact, Kit goes back and adds timestamps, so you can go back to our archive and catch all sorts of past performances, all the way back to April of 2020, like that many episodes every single Monday. And we have a playlist of Monday Night Online Mics. While you're on our YouTube channel, subscribe. We've got other series that we do, including Fresh Cuts, which is kind of like my version of like Tiny Desk, but for poets mostly. I have a couple musicians in there as well. Go check that out. And then we have other things, live clips and featured performances from live events. But yeah, all right, let's keep this thing going. We're gonna go to Germany and make sure. Let's see. I didn't even check to see if Luis is here. Luis, you're up next. Gonna play some music. It's super early where he is, so when you're ready, I'll go ahead and switch over to you.
Hey, Rich.
Yo.
All right, I'm gonna sing a song by Belle and Sebastian and a band that my daughter calls Fuckboy Alternative Rock, Radiohead. All right, thanks. Sitting at the old kitchen table, peace and health and dreams stretching out in the darkness. Mother's up the stairs with her aging new boyfriend. Kathy's staying in to make sure nothing happens. All aboard the freak parade. I cover up my head and pray. I'm praying for the light. Down amongst the old city chambers, men in frocks debate all the policy changes. Everybody bet on the boom and got busted. Everybody betting in the government trusted. Grubby little rat and pea. Yellow flapping hopelessly. Tory like the cat with the cream. Tory like the cat with the cream. I studied you in history. I studied in the library. In days of old, when knights were bold, they settled it with swords and shields. In days of old, when knights were bold, it's settled by the king. Waiting at the old kitchen table, listening for my code, listening for my instructions. Surely now I'm here, I am destined for greatness. I wanna be the queen, pulling kids out of rivers. All aboard the freak parade. I cover up my head and pray, praying for the cat with cream. cat with the cream. I studied you in history. I studied in the library. And days of old, when knights were bold, they settled it with swords and shields. And days of old, when knights were bold, it's settled by the king. It's settled by the king. It's settled by the king. And a heart that's full up like a landfill, a job that slowly kills you, bruises that won't heal. You look so tired, unhappy, bring down the government. They don't speak for us. I'll take a quiet life, a handshake of carbon monoxide, and no alarms and no surprises. No alarms and no surprises. No alarms and no surprises. Silent. And this is my final fit, my final bellyache with no alarms and no surprises. No alarms and no surprises. No alarms and no surprises, please. Hey, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Rich, as always. You can find my music on Bandcamp and SoundCloud. My name's Luis Camberos. Thanks, everyone.
Yo, Luis, that was awesome, and that was a pretty solid cover, man. I really like that one. I mean, they were both great, absolutely great. Go check out Luis online, and let's see, we're gonna keep it going with the music, and we're gonna go from Germany to Tucson, Arizona. Hold on, I got to go back. Forgot to go back on the spotlight. What's up, everyone? Yeah, that's Luis Camberos, and now we have Sue Schnitzer next up on the mic, and after Sue, we have Ed Poetastic, followed by Dan. So Sue, when you're ready, welcome back, and take it away when you're ready.
Hey, hi. I started my day at Joshua Tree. Yesterday I was in LA. I might be a little tired, but here I am. So I'm gonna read a short poem, then I'll sing a new song. So let's see, September 17th, that's pretty new. Monsoon season came late this year, and it's sticking around through the end of summer. A small gray lizard skitters across the sidewalk. With the darkening sky, I almost didn't see him. Just a flash as I quickened my pace. I'm wearing sunglasses to keep the blowing dust out of my eyes. When I get back to my car, I have to turn on the lights, even though it's just 4 o'clock. I want to get home before the rain starts, but before it bursts out of the clouds and crashes onto the ground and keeps falling, crashing. Huge drops that will ring out against the roof of my rental house and probably cause floods as drains struggle to keep up with the pounding. We need the rain. We're used to this. Yes, and yes. Why did it wait until my July and August travels ended? And why did it wait so long that many had given up hope? Why is monsoon season so late this year? And I've got a song. I'm doing a songwriting group online, and this came out of one of our prompts. Now I can't remember what the prompt was, but anyway, here we go. It's called Write a Hopeful Song. Let me tilt this a little so you might even see what I'm doing. Every day, the news gets more and more overwhelming. More us versus them instead of united. We stand, the divide is growing. One side cries while the other listens. Both sides talk. Neither side listens. The ones who are losing are searching for ways to turn things around. The ones who are winning are trying to rack up more points. Tempers rising, fuses getting shorter, and I'm hoping we don't blow up. So I promised myself that despite the darkness, I would write a hopeful song. I promised myself that I could find light and I could write a hopeful song. Winners and losers hold on to their beliefs like a crutch. Afraid if they let go, they'll fall down, not be able to get up. Deep in their forest, they don't see the trees, desperately trying to tell them winter is coming. You know, I promised myself that despite the darkness, I would write a hopeful song. I promised myself that I could find light and I could write a hopeful song. I promised myself I'd take the time to look around. I promised myself if I fell down, I'd get back up. I promised myself I'd keep looking for the bright side. And I promised myself I'd sing a hopeful song. just remembered what the prompt was. We were given 3 words, and you had to include the 3 words in the song you wrote. And my words were darkness, crutch, and trees. So, anyway, thanks for listening.
Of course. Thank you, Sue Schnitzer. And of course, if you share that link to your link tree and your I'll forward that to everyone as well. We got a couple people left. It looks like I'm looking at the sign up sheet. Make sure everyone there's who signed up is still there. Okay, cool. Or any surprises? All right, cool. Be on the lookout. I will be sharing Sue's link tree so you guys can follow. Those of you still watching on YouTube, how you guys doing? Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for tuning in with us. If you're just getting here, we've had a whole show. You can go back and watch the replay. Right now, we're going to go ahead and go to Washington, D.C. for our next performer. He's got some joke and some poems. That's right. It's time for Mr. Ed Poetastic. When you're ready, Ed, go and take it away. Yo.
Thank you, my bro, like no other words like thunder. And hello, my name is Ed Potastic from Fan Fantastic. Please, time to join my rhyme. 5 goes sublime. I got 20 jokes and 3 poems, so I'll take too much time. You ready, kid?
Let's go.
Let's go. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hawaii.
Hawaii who?
I'm good. Hawaii you.
I am also good.
Knock, knock.
Who is there?
Woo.
Woo! Who?
Glad you're excited too. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Oh no. Banana who?
Knock, knock.
As I suspected. Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
A classic. A classic.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Needle.
Nito who?
Need a little help right now.
I'm doing my best.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Dozen.
Dozen who?
Doesn't anyone want to let me in? Knock, knock.
Who's there? Who's there?
Luke.
Luke who?
Look through the peephole and find out.
Don't talk to me like that. This is my house.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ice cream.
Oh, wonderful. Ice cream who?
Ice cream if you don't give me some candy.
But you promised me ice cream. Maybe we can trade.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Spell.
Spill who?
WHO.
Very good. You have passed.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Winnie.
Winnie who?
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Do 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 do. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Two.
To who?
Actually, it's to whom?
God damn it. I'm furious right now.
I have a question to ask you.
All right, well, go ahead. I'm an open book. Go ahead.
Why don't fish play basketball?
Why don't fish play basketball?
Because they're scared of the net.
Oh, yeah, they have trauma. It's fucked up.
Why don't football players wear glasses?
Oh, why don't football players wear glasses?
It's a contact sport. There we go. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
I don't know. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
They're both parasites. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
I don't know. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
Supplies!
Strange behavior.
Very strange, but you gotta love a good supplies.
I suppose you do. Proud of the janitor for coming out, though. That's very brave of them. I don't know. Do not know this janitor. Shouldn't assume things.
What did the janitor say when he jumped out? I'm sorry, wrong one. Where do math teachers go on vacation?
I don't know. Where do math teachers go on vacation?
Times Square.
I think they'd want to go somewhere that doesn't remind them of work. They'd really want to get away.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sometimes things need to add up. They want to multiply the problems.
That's true.
What does garlic do when it gets hot?
What does garlic do when it gets hot?
It takes its clothes off.
Oh, nasty.
What did the coffee reported to the police?
Ooh. What did the coffee report to the police?
A mugging.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. Oh, I got one. I got two more. Did you hear about the circus fire?
Oh, no, I didn't. What happened?
It was intense.
Oh, no. Damn it.
Oh. What's the difference between the bird flu and the swine flu?
The difference between the bird flu and the swine flu. What is it, Ed?
One requires treatment and the other an ointment.
Wow. This has been Joke Corner with Ed guest starring Kit. And now we return you to Ed's poetry.
Oh no, we got one more.
Oh, we got one more? I miscounted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gotta get the fun time stuff. Don't apologize. You're doing a good job.
All right.
Why do peppers make such good archers?
I did not know this to be the case. Why do peppers make for such good archers?
Because they're habanero.
God damn it. Oh, right in the heart. Right in the heart.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Kit. You're always a smashing hit.
All right. Well, thank you, Ed.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful, stupendous laughter. All right. I have three poems, and the other one is called Dealing with a Group. Let's see if I can pull this up. My beautiful Judas, you betrayed me with coldness. Your eyes were crystal bells, but now cold as jail cells. What I do to earn your hate? Was his fate? Oh, the quakes. I saved you from sin not once but over again. I showed love by the heavens above. I drank in all your dirt till my heart burst from the hurt. I gave you guidance wherever you walk and prance. I gave you golden coins. I even given you bitcoins. I give you miracles like an imbecile. I gave you priceless materials on a pedestal. I gave you sparkling gems, roses. I gave you sparkling gems. I even give you roses without stems. And diamonds that gleam. I gave you whatever you command. I gave you my golden halo, even jewelry that glows. I just wanted to be the one who made you fly. I sigh with cries in the corner of your eyes. As I get nailed by foolishness, my heart crying in the distance. I learn my holy commandments. Sometimes you need to split the difference. You can learn from demons. Repent for your reasons. For if you don't experience torment, how can you cherish what's decent? Understand it painfully burns. Beware of hellish patterns. Please don't take yourself for granted. Please toss away what you know is rancid. We all suffer from inner heartburn. Please know it's no concern that love will return. Okay, my second one is called Orange Crown. My painful history is stealing away my dignity. It's not my race, color, or ebony grace. It's a pesky citizenships, immigrants leaving ships. This is not the dream, an asshole feeling supreme. Don't blame the voters, you can blame the stockholders. Greedy as greedy can be, making money off a travesty. He, like any crooked businessman, doing anything for his master plan. What's the point of separating families with much hatred from nationalities? What's the point of pesky tariffs? Yet he keeps avoiding the bailiffs. What's the point of being one-sided? Has your big ego been truly knighted? What's the point of being tough on immigrants? Great impudence shown by cold delinquents. What's the history of your dear grandparents? Oh, your speech is being vaguely transparent. What's the point of killing the poor Constitution by taking our contributions from the institutions? What's the point of destroying America while extremists snort inner hysteria? I'm trying to hang on to a sliver of hope. I know I'm a dope, but I'm trying to cope. Our great grandparents survived the Great Depression. I love to mention we survived the COVID oppression. We will strive to see its reign crumble to the ground. Then we'll be the ones with crowns in front of the orange clown. Thank you. And thank you. And last but not least, this is called Wrong Turn, Right Question. I ponder my actions, a bliss of satisfaction. Oh, the river of regret, the worries of debt. It haunts me too, sticking like glue. But who else but you? You did a breakthrough. Why? But why ask why? Why the sky is the sky? Hit speed bumps, you got in some lumps. If you do or done it, but learning is a habit. You were young, flinging mine's dung. You were old, flinging bitter cold. If I count my mistakes, it'll keep you awake. I would wish them all away, yet it wouldn't make me feel a-okay. They would give me nightmares. Despair can rot, scream, and tear. I don't want that, a matter of fact. I'd rather be dirty. I can't ruin my journey. I know you would, but do you think you should? If your mistakes were gone, it wouldn't redo your wrongs. The wrongs of being you. Now you got the clue. I can't believe I did, but don't be a squid. The question life with, don't question life with all your might. It was born first, even if it hurts. Life puts you there. Sometimes it's fair. Why does life bites? To keep you not uptight. Why did he or she died? To swallow their pride. Why didn't I get the job? So you won't get robbed. Why can't I find love so you could be a dove? Why can't I win the lottery so your life can be in harmony? If you didn't do it, you wouldn't earn grit. It was so crazy. Is your mind less hazy? Taking chances build character. Your personality is quite particular. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you, Ed. And of course, as always, man, I gotta ask. You know what's coming. Where can find people find and follow you online?
Well, they can follow me online. Well, come this wonderful, stupendous, magnificent open mic on our Monday night. This on Monday night to make our wonderful day in the wonderful fantastic spotlight. All right. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman. And remember, I'll be there to share because I care. Thank you for being here and over there. But remember, never stop spewing the words outside your chest. Now stop feeling and being your best. And remember, life is no contest. If you don't know, now you know. I love this show. See you next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Ed. And as always, I appreciate the words of encouragement, even when you sign up. That's the stuff people don't see. And I never announce it, but yeah, Ed's always signing up and leaving just nice messages. So I gotta, give you a shout out for that. It's much appreciated. Okay, so as always, also we are gonna close it out with our closer, and I see him getting ready. He's setting the stage, surprised, even though he knows he's always next. To close out the show, we have Dan the Man, and so he's currently in a competition. I'll let him talk more about that. But as always, we'll let Dan bust out with the rhyming dictionary and do his thing, kind of keep us filled in. So Dan, when you are ready, I will spotlight over to you. It looks like you're still getting ready. The show, between the show. All right. All right, Dan.
I'm trying to find a battery of that remote. I'm trying to press mute.
Oh, you got.
Yeah, I know it's kind of hell of a beat because I'm in the middle of watching Homicide: Life in the Street.
You mean you weren't watching the mic, Dan? How? Oh.
Well, yeah, you already hear it right now. I can't find the remote.
I kind of want to spotlight you because this is also just like a show too.
Yeah. Where is that battery? How did it fell off that remote?
Look at Dan. I'm gonna put you online.
Yeah, call me a goat. I can't even. Yeah, it's got like a battery to bloat.
Hey man, it's cool. Zoom was made to block out a lot of extra sound. Put your noise suppression on, and we're good to go.
Okay.
I think we're good. I think we're good. You lost one battery.
Yeah, and I was looking for that battery. I was supposed to press mute. Yeah, it ain't so cute. And it's something like stand for butte.
Bars.
Yep. Well, over the weekend it was kind of like a comedy, but then all of a sudden I just received an unexpected tragedy. Yeah, I lost a friend of mine who that friend I know her sister was a longtime friend, and especially her husband as well. The brother-in-law. Yeah, it was. God rest her soul. That's always been a place to fall. Yeah. Yeah. So, and the comedy was Jenny Robbins' birthday. Well, yep, it was a bah ha 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 at Bay. Yeah, it was her day. What can we say? Happy Jenny Robbins, happy birthday. Yeah. But I know we have a week ahead. Not only the El Paso Film Festival, but the Way Out West Festival. Yeah, looks like I'll be once again pulling double duty on this Saturday. Yeah, and according to Shaft, it's my duty to please that buoy. Well, not really. Not really. But even though, don't you might want to call me a slob. I'm still out on a hunt for a job. Yeah. Well, this ain't like a bed knobs and doorknobs. Yeah. Oh well. You're not looking for a job, and everything's gonna get a bit tough. How rough. Ain't no huff or puff. Well, but I can't wait. This coming Thursday, at Director's Day, Kevin Smith. Yep. He's like Jay and Silent Bob. Well, they two look almost like a snob, but they're doing a stoner job. Yeah. Oh, can't wait to meet Kevin Smith. Can't wait for the El Paso Film Festival. And on that Saturday, the Way Out West Festival. And next Saturday, Rock the Park Festival. And I don't know if I'll do a Candy Grants Festival. I'll explain about the Candy Grants. There's a sad chance I might not do it this year. That's a long story. Probably financial problems. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got slammed. This looks like always in a, yeah, it looks like I was supposed to do Candy Grants. Now I'm in a kind of a jam. So, okay. Well, good thing I didn't need to use my rhyming dictionary book. Looks like I'm off the hook. Well, for now. That's how. Okay. I'm still in the middle of the light. Who caught the fight last Saturday night? Or a week ago? I heard Pacquiao won. Yeah. No, wait, that wasn't Pacquiao. I'm sorry. Canelo. Oh, yeah.
No. We did this last week too. He didn't win.
Oh. Was it? Who the hell? Oh. I forgot. Nah, never mind. Okay. Okay. On and light. Okay, Richie. Thanks. I'll see you next Monday night. And if possible, I'll see you Thursday night. I'll keep you posted. And let's go ahead and call it a night.
All right, Dan. Thank you. That's that's the segment of the show where Dan gives us the updates. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for everyone for coming through. Yeah, have a good night, Larry. Thanks for everyone who hung out with us all night. Again, if you were here at any point of the show, lots of love. Again, like, comment, subscribe. All those things help push us out more into the world. We're going to go ahead and say good night for the live stream. And again, we'll be back next Monday. You can follow us on social media. Check out our link tree where we do have you can subscribe to be notified of the link to sign up each week. But hope to see you either Tuesday at Rosewood, Wednesday at Proof It Press, or Thursday at Old Sheepdog for the online mic. My name is Rich.